And for more on this, reporters are fanned out across the country. Joining us live on the broadcast, we have with us our correspondent Siddharth MP joining us live from Chennai, Dharamjot Kaur joining us live from Alwar in Rajasthan, Idris Lone from Srinagar, and we also have with us Disha Shah joining us live from Mumbai. Coming to you first, Siddharth. All 39 seats goes to polls in Tamil Nadu today. It is a single-phase polling in the state. The polls opened just a short while ago at 7 a.m. IST. What is the mood like on the ground?
So hi Rahesha, so this is the day when people are out to exercise their franchisee. This is the day that is for the people. This is the day that democracy is being celebrated. So here we are in central Chennai, a very important parliamentary constituency in the heart of the city. We are at a high profile polling station where even superstar Rajnikant, the actor, is expected to come here and vote in some time. Of course, we've started seeing several people trickling in to vote at this point in time. It's fairly early and we're expecting more people to trickle in gradually. But what we have to keep in mind is, as you pointed out, 39 seats going to the polls, which means 950 candidates in the fray, and there'll be 6.23 crore voters deciding their fate. So that's the kind of voters that are eligible in Tamil Nadu. So all 39 seats going to the polls, which itself is significant. This has always been the case in Tamil Nadu. There's never multi-phase polls because this is a state where always elections have been incident-free, which is why they always hold it in one phase, Raisha.
Right, Siddharth, also talk to us about how the elections in Tamil Nadu are different this time around. We've of course seen BJP's concerted effort in the state with Prime Minister Modi visiting Tamil Nadu almost 9 times before the Lok Sabha elections.
Yeah, absolutely. As you pointed out, this time it's a three-cornered fight. So the last time there was a three-cornered fight was in 2014. But again, BJP was not as formidable a force in 2014 because they were yet to come to power. In 2014 is when Narendra Modi stormed to power after the then polls. But what we have to keep in mind is this is an election after the BJP has been in power for more than 10 years. So this is the time when the party actually looks to capitalize on what they've done over the last 10 years, which is why there is a three-cornered fight this time around. The DMK front, which is of course the larger India alliance which the Congress is part of. In addition to that, there is the AIDMK-led front, and of course there is the BJP-led NDA also, which is contesting this time around. What makes this significant is the fact that there are a couple of constituencies, at least a handful of them, where we can expect a direct fight between the BJP and the opposition parties. So this is what makes it interesting this time around. It's also important for the BJP to showcase how much they've grown in the south, because the opposition has always attacked the BJP, saying that, showcase whether you can grow in the south, showcase whether you actually have acceptance among people of the south. It's been seen as a party that's limited to the northern parts of the country, but the challenge has been how they can grow in the south and demonstrate that, and today is the day where they hope to do that, and this is the day when the people actually have the right to choose who they want to represent them in parliament. Raisha.
Right, Siddharth, from Tamil Nadu, let's shift our focus to the Hindi heartland. We have our correspondent Dharamjot Kaur joining us live from Alwar. Dharamjot, as India's election officially kicks off, what kind of preparations do you see on ground in Rajasthan, and what are some key issues that will dominate the polls today in the state?
Well, Raisha, preparations have been in full swing for the past days, a few days. In fact, even now, as polling has already started, we see a few people trickling in intermittently, and last-minute preparations in terms of putting up posters and banners to woo people and voters to come in and exercise their fundamental right. Those last-minute preps are still underway. But I'm currently standing at one of the over 200 polling booths that have been set up across Alwar. Alwar, of course, is one of the 12 constituencies in Rajasthan that will be on the ballot today. The remaining 13 will be going to polls in the second phase on the April 26th. So as of now, very smooth functioning since the poll has just begun. We also have a very long day ahead of us to see how the voter turnout goes. But to come to the second part of your question, in terms of the issues and the crises that are particular and peculiar to the state of Rajasthan, on top of that list is definitely the issue of the water crisis that the desert state often goes through, especially especially in the region of Alwar and other southeastern parts of Rajasthan, where the state solely relies on groundwater and has no other alternatives to sourcing water. So be it in terms of farmers who are looking at a water crisis or general civil residents who face the issue on a daily basis, these are definitely some of the problems that will be on the ballot, and voters will be casting their vote depending on one of these two things: one, either the social and the state crisis, or whether will the star power of the Prime Minister also work a third-time charm in the state. So at this moment, this is where things stand, Raisha.
Right, Dharamjot, let's also get a correspondent, Idris Lone, who's joining us live from Srinagar. Idris, 5 years after the abrogation of Article 370, the constituency of Udhampur goes to polls today in Jammu and Kashmir. What is the mood like on the ground with the Festival of Democracy returning?
Well, absolutely. It's the first election after the revocation of Article 370. A lot of excitement among the people, although all the politicians as well as the locals were expecting that both the parliament as well as the assembly elections will be held together in the union territory of Jammu and Kashmir. But that didn't happen. Nevertheless, the excitement among the people is great because it's the first election after the revocation. It's also going to be a litmus test for the Bharatiya Janata Party because it's to be seen through the casting of the vote whether they have passed. It's kind of a litmus test for them whether they'll retain the seats that they hold in the Jammu region. If we talk about the Udhampur seat especially, there are around over 16 lakh voters, and last time we saw the sitting MP Dr. Jitendra Singh won by around 7 lakh votes. So he seems to have a strong hold over the Udhampur area, which consists of around 5 districts. But this time there's going to be a tough competition of Dr. Jitendra Singh with Chaudhry Lal Singh, who's also from the same region and has been a member of the parliament twice from the same constituency. He has the support of the regional political parties like the National Conference as well as the People's Democratic Party, the whole alliance working together against the BJP in Udhampur this time. So it's going to be a tough competition between the two contenders, but it also depends on what really has changed in the last 5 years after the revocation of Article 370 in the Union Territory, and will it really translate into the votes today in support of BJP or against it?
Right, coming to you, Disha, who is joining us live from Mumbai. There are 5 seats up for grabs in Maharashtra's with the East Vidarbha region. How significant is the first phase in Maharashtra, especially with splits in Shiv Sena and NCP?
Well, that is right. Maharashtra is always known for as a swing state, and it is known for its political landscape, and it holds a very significant, decision as and when impact also on elections. And today we are going to see elections happening in 5 constituency where there are about 12 candidates who are contesting today, and about 95 lakh eligible voters who will be voting in today's 5 constituencies. So definitely Maharashtra here, because after the split that took place in 2019, it is the first time that the BJP and the Shiv Sena, which was led by Uddhav Thackeray, are contesting separately. So of course that is something which is going to hold a very significance on the ground level. We are going to see a direct contest between the NDA's BJP candidate versus the MVA's Congress candidates in 4 out of 5 seats today, and the 5th seat is going to be contested by the ally Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena. So it is going to be of utmost importance today. It is going to be very crucial to see on-ground issues, of course, because here we are talking about Nitin Gadkari, who is in the fray, an important constituency in Nagpur, an important candidate. He has won twice in the past election. So, of course, on the ground level, him and the BJP, of course, we have seen that how Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Amit Shah all have been campaigning in Nagpur in the past few weeks as well. So that is something which is also going to hold significance. And on the other hand, we are also going to see how the opposition, the Congress here in concern, has also taken number of rallies, especially going to rural areas, because this is the eastern part of the state. So it's the Vidarbha region, it's the farmer belt, it's the farmer distress is the major concern and the issue here.
Right. Thank you so much, Siddharth, Dharamjot, Idris and Disha for joining us here on the show. We'll of course be tracking the polls very closely with you here on WION.